Thanks for staying with us on this edition of Visions. Very excited. We haven't had the opportunity to have our friend back on the program for a while, so we're glad they came back to be with us. Mr. Jamal Thomas, the publisher of Gumptown Magazine. Mr. Thomas, thanks for coming to be with us on the show.
Thanks for having me again. It's been a long time.
It's been a while, and in the interim, you have been working very hard.
Very hard.
Yes,
very hard.
Yes. You can't go to too many events without Mr. Thomas showing up. So I never have any doubt whether he's going to be there to have our back. So Mr. Thomas, we want to let people know that you have just recently released your latest issue.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Of Gumptown Magazine. I'm gonna post it and so our viewers can see it. But you kind of just give us an overview for those people who don't know of the magazine and what it is that you do. For our viewers.
Well, Gumptown Magazine is your premier local urban business directory. We help small and minority-owned businesses to market their products and services because, you know, when the community supports local businesses, they keep dollars circulating in the community. But how can we support if we don't know? There are so many small businesses that offer exceptional products and services and resources that the urban community needs, but we don't exploit them because we don't know.
Right.
So Gumptown bridges that gap and connects people to the businesses, so to build that network.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's all about a network, and as you and I talk about, one of our mentors up in Cleveland.
Yes.
Speaking of Cleveland, he is from Cleveland, so I guess he wants to say, you know, go Cavs.
All in.
Okay. We know he wanted to get that in. So, but one of our mentors in Cleveland, Mr. Fraser, says that it's not just who you know. The importance of a magazine like this is it's not just who you know, it's also who knows you.
That's right. That's correct.
Yeah. So this has been. So now it looks like to me, I saw in your opening page you're celebrating 5 years.
5 years. It's been 5 years. It seemed like it was yesterday. And, you know, these 5 years we have grown, we have learned, and we position our brand to where we want to be. You know, Gumptown is more than a magazine. We're your premier urban business media network. You know, that's why you always see us at different events, because we need to let the urban community know, because there's really no media in Montgomery that touches the urban community. So we saw that niche, and we've been getting rich off of it.
Yeah, been going at it, at it. Well, and so I have to say that, you know, we're just so honored every issue that Mr. Thomas, you know, features the Vision Show in the magazine.
Correct.
So we're honored that we have that opportunity to have an ad in the magazine, and so he does a great job on distribution. So just tell us a little bit about you. How did you get to Montgomery? What school did you attend, and what created this vision for Gumptown?
Well, as we know, I'm born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. I came to Montgomery to go attend Alabama State. I was in the marching band. And when I got down here, I just fell in love with the South. You know, my family heritage is from down here. My grandmother is from Lowndes County. The Southern hospitality, the weather, the food, and I just fell in love. So I just stayed down here, you know, and I had several jobs. And I worked for another publication, Montgomery Spotlight magazine.
I remember that.
I got my, you know, feet wet in the print media, advertising, you know, networking and prospecting. Stayed there for about a year. And I said, let me try something different. So I worked in radio. Worked in radio for about a year, you know, and I got more experience, you know, actually going out and about in the field. And I said, you know what, it's time for me to make my own money. You know, what am I going to do? And then God gave me the vision for Gumptown, because, you know, there was no publication that really marketed not just African-American businesses, but local minority businesses in general, you know. So I saw that niche and I said, well, let me try to create a business directory, and it went from there. Then it has grown to expand to, like, we have content, we have people who write articles about Social Security, credit, retirement, investing. We cover a lot of community issues.
Got YouTube videos, I've seen those.
YouTube, we have a YouTube channel now, Facebook page, Gumptown Magazine, Twitter account, Instagram account. We really keep people connected to what's going on.
Well, and I see you, as we mentioned, we see you at a lot of events. See you at chamber events. See you at Leadership Montgomery.
Yes.
You know, other things around town, and so we're very excited. But what you're talking about as far as the history and the background of what you created is entrepreneurship, is what you're talking about, and really that's one of the things we talk about in the program. Is really what we're trying to encourage, and so you're an example of that. What for those people who have an idea and have a vision, you know, what is the kind of work that you want to let them know that they have to put in order to see that
It's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of dedication. You have to be passionate about it. You have to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in your product or your vision, no one else will. And you have to realize that it's not about you. You know, entrepreneurship is about leaving a legacy, making a change, you know. And I know over the 5 years, Gumptown has made a change. You know, people depend on Gumptown. People follow Gumptown just to know what's going on. You know, I know several people who were born and raised in Montgomery but moved to like Atlanta or Birmingham, even Nashville. But to keep connected, to know what's going on in Montgomery, they follow me on social media.
Yeah.
So you have to work hard and you have to be dedicated. You have to be dedicated.
Yeah.
And you go cry,
Yeah.
you go laugh.
Yeah.
You know, it's a time to cry, time to laugh. But
Yeah.
you just have to be dedicated and work hard and be persistent and be consistent too.
Yeah.
And get out your comfort zone too.
Now that's a good point. So you don't prosper in your comfort zone.
You don't.
Yeah, you got to really step out of it, and so that requires faith.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. You have to have faith.
Walking by faith, not by sight.
That's right.
Yeah, on a
That's
daily
right.
basis.
On a daily basis.
Yeah.
On a daily basis.
Amen, brother. Amen, brother. Well, I want to say that we've been really proud of you. You've been working hard. You've been diligent. You know, you've done work through the Chamber of Commerce, chamber members. I mean, you really tried to exploit every opportunity to get the magazine published in the region. But for those people who have not seen it, who are new to it, some people I've heard want to know, why did you call it Gumptown magazine? You know, so maybe you can share that with us.
When I first moved to Montgomery, the first thing I learned about Montgomery, it was called the Gump.
Right.
I don't know why it was nicknamed the Gump. People called it Gumptown. And I recently learned a couple weeks ago, someone told me that it was CB4 jargon. You know, the 18-wheelers, like, I'm in Gumptown, I'm in Monkeytown. So that's kind of how it evolved too. So I wanted to come up with a name that people can relate to, people know, people feel comfortable with. So when they see Gumptown, they say, okay, I'm from Gumptown, this is for me, I need this is for me. Because if they pick up another publication, they may not feel as though it's catered to them. So why not come up with a product name? That's the one thing about entrepreneurship, having a name, your brand, that the people can relate to.
That's right. You know, kind of like visions, you know.
Yeah.
But the point that we want to make about that is that now you graduated with a degree from the College of Business Administration at
That's
Alabama
right.
State, and so in that college, it talks about marketing, building a brand,
Yes.
building your organization,
Yes.
and branding.
Yes.
And so in branding, you learn how to create an entity out of nothing. You know how to create something. You establish your own brand and your own name, your own ID, your own intellectual property.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's correct.
And so that's what you've been doing with Gumptown.
Yep.
Okay, all
That's
right.
what I've been doing.
And that's similar to what the Under Armour company did, I think maybe 20 years ago with FUBU. You know, that's what they did. You know, people weren't familiar with those names. At one point, people didn't know what Nike was, right?
That's right.
Right. So so that's what business is all about: seeing a niche and creating it, and going with it. So now going back to Cleveland, I have a younger brother got married, and so I was up there this weekend.
Yeah,
had a
I
chance,
saw it.
you know, there's a lot of electricity still in the air.
It is. It is.
Up there, and so I got a chance to go around your hometown. We were over at Case Western University. We passed by the Cleveland Clinic.
Yeah.
Ms. Thomas, I had heard about the Cleveland Clinic. I had
Yes.
no idea that the
Yes.
Cleveland Clinic was that large. I mean, it
Yes.
is huge. I mean, it's
Yes.
blocks and blocks.
Yes.
I mean, unbelievable.
It is. It is. It is. It is. It is.
I mean, really, really. So where do you see Gumptown? What's your vision for the future of the magazine?
My vision for the future is to position myself as the premier urban business media network. You know, I'm doing well with my YouTube channel. I interview a lot of different business owners, government officials. I record a lot of events. So I want people to stay connected because you know, the bigger businesses like the Fortune 500 companies, they have their own network. The Fortune 100 companies, Wall Street companies have their own network. But what about the smaller businesses? We need a network too. So we're going to be that network for the nation.
That's awesome, very good. Well, I'm excited. Now, one of your clients in your magazine, who is also a friend of mine, who's also a sponsor of the Visions program, is a gentleman by the name of Hobson Cox.
Yes, sir.
And he is the owner of Affordable Eyewear.
Yes, sir.
Certainly been at that location on Madison Avenue, I think
Yeah.
30 years, and kind of unsung. He's an example of entrepreneurship.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And when you know, some people may not really realize that he has been in that location doing good business for a long time. And so I know you know him well,
Yes,
and
yes.
we appreciate him. We want to just recognize him for his talent. But he told us that he's opening a new location in Union Springs.
Yeah.
And he said that he's opening it in July next month. And so we want to encourage, you know, you want to encourage people to go there.
Yeah.
I think he said it's going to be in downtown. And so we want to encourage people to go by and see Hobson at Affordable Eyewear in this new location in Union Springs.
Yeah.
So we want to just put that in. So now on your cover here, you're featuring an organization that I didn't know about, which is the Mount Meigs Accelerated Christian Academy.
Yes, the Mount Meigs Accelerated Christian Academy, they're a private school. They do 2.5 years old to the 5th grade. They opened up in 2013, and they're located in the historic Mount Meigs community. And they offer a lot of good resources. They look for parents who want that smaller environment for their child or that Christian-based environment. So it's another alternative for education for your children.
Excellent. And you know, one of the other things that you have in your magazine, you got a wealth of ideas and information. You got information from some of our local attorneys. One of our friends,
Yes.
Attorney Chuck James,
Yes.
and his partner are featured in the magazine.
Yes, that's
So
right.
just really solid information, education, and inspiration.
That's right.
In the magazine.
right.
So so when people get it, what are some of the comments that they tell you when they get and they read the magazine?
When they say, "Oh my God, I did not know this business existed. Where is this at? I did not know this existed. What is this? What is this business? What is this location? Oh wow!" Or they might say something like, "Oh, I know this person. Oh, I know this person.
Okay,
Oh, I know
okay,
this person."
okay.
So,
All right, excellent. Well, we're very excited. So we like your subtitle that you are the premier urban business directory. So we encourage you to get it. And so we're very excited. Thanks for all of your work, and continue to keep up the good work. And we want to say thanks for coming to be with us. We're going to invite you back like always, so you can give us some updates on the Visions program. And so please be in touch with Mr. Thomas. He's got a website, he's got Twitter, he's got Facebook, he's got email, he's got YouTube, he's got, you know, whatever you need in order to help you stay connected with what's happening in Montgomery. That's going to do it for us on this edition of Visions. We're very excited. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.